A new bill has been proposed in California that would require charges to appear on a college transcript with regards to sexual assault and rape. So the bill has been proposed by Representative Jackie Speier of California, and it is called the Safe Transfer Act. Let me tell you a little bit more about this bill. The bill would require a student's rape charges to appear on their college transcript for 5 years following the resolution of their disciplinary hearings. This would make California, right now, the third state. There are bills that have been passed in Virginia and New York who have put forward legislation that would require colleges to indicate rape charges on a student's transcript. When asked about the bill that she has proposed, Jackie Speier says, quote, "Universities and colleges are perfectly willing to include academic infractions like plagiarism on students' records, yet students who have committed sexual assault can walk away from campus with a clean academic bill of health." She goes on, "My bill will ensure that students who try to transfer schools to avoid the consequences of their violent acts will, at a minimum, face the same consequences as students who transfer because they've cheated on an exam."
Yeah.
So the people who support the bill think that this is amazing for women's rights, that this is amazing for the victims of sexual assault, that maybe this is justice on college campuses. You know, we have seen, especially recently, reports of increased sexual assault on college campuses, and you know, there has been so much debate on how colleges should deal with victims of assault or survivors of assault, how it should be reported. But then the people that do not like the bill, the detractors of the bill, say that this really is unfair and favors the accusers and really doesn't look into the rights of the accused. What do you think, Brett?
So we have to have faith. I've gone through these thoughts, and I don't know if they're right. But we have to have faith in the system. So if someone is accused, they have to be proven to have done the thing in order for us to then put it on their transcript. I'm all for it being on the transcript if the charges are found to be accurate. I feel like that's the only way you can do it. Otherwise, like, I can charge anyone with anything. And I'm not saying that people who charge folks with rape are liars at all. I'm just saying that if you charge someone, then absolutely, let's make sure that everyone feels comfortable to say that they're charging someone with this kind of act. We follow up on it. We go through a disciplinary committee and counsel, and preferably criminal court, and then we find whether the person perpetrated that act or not. If they're found to have perpetrated it, we have faith in the system that it did what it was supposed to do. Otherwise, I don't know what to say. And then I do believe wholeheartedly that should go on your transcript, because a lot of these universities are criticized because they take plagiarism more seriously than they do sexual assault.
And I thought that was a really good point to bring up, because plagiarism and cheating and academic infractions do seem to be taken more seriously. There's way more of a regimented system that is in place on how to respond, how to deal, how to report with academic infractions than for sexual assault, and that is wrong. And I do think that it's good that we're seeing more lawmakers step forward and be like, all right, let's work together to try and change something. I don't know if this bill, I haven't read the full bill. You have to wonder what are some of the caveats here.
Like, I feel creepy disagreeing with it. I feel like a real jerk saying like, oh no, this adult who has been convicted of sexual assault shouldn't face consequences. Now, maybe the counter argument is they face the legal consequence. If they face the legal consequence, then why should we put that on them academically? I just think that one of the if we're putting consequences on someone, they're to provide a negative consequence of doing something bad. And I think that one of those negative consequences could be it affects whether you get into another college.
So here's a question for you, Brett. What if someone has been accused of a sexual assault and they are trying to transfer schools? They don't want to stay at this school anymore. They're trying to transfer, but they have not been proven guilty or innocent. They've just been the charges have been brought against them, and they're trying to transfer. Do you think it's fair for those charges to be included onto their transcript? Do you think it's...
No.
So no evidence of that
innocent
on their
until
transcript
proven
at all?
guilty. I think it's... they're probably,
But not even just saying they are currently under investigation for a sexual assault that has taken place on this campus. FYI, they have not been proved guilty or innocent, just so you know this is going on.
The implication being they're trying to get away with it, away from it, if not with it. I don't know. I come from the school of thought where, like, listen, we haven't proven them to have done anything wrong yet. It's still pending. Maybe a freeze on transfers for students who are under investigation?
That's kind of what I was thinking. And that's what makes me think about this bill that, again, I haven't read the full way through, so I don't know how they deal with sort of, I want to say loopholes like that, because that's what's really important is if someone has committed a sexual assault, you don't want them to get away with it. You want them to pay the price. But if someone has been falsely accused of sexual assault, you don't want to put their, I don't know. I hate that we have more in place right now to deal with plagiarism, and that's a black and white issue, than we do with rape on college campuses, because it's a major epidemic, and we're seeing repeat offenders. They cited
if it's a black and white, if plagiarism is a black and white issue, it makes sense that they'd be able to deal with it easier than something that.
But shouldn't sexual assault be a black and white issue?
I mean, yes, it should be. Is it? No.
I know.
I mean, especially in college.
But
everyone's just learning how to drink and be stupid, and they are stupid. They're 19-year-olds. But I believe that once you're 18, you're an adult. You gotta be able to conduct yourself as an adult and follow the law like an adult. And if you can't do that, then we go through these processes.
Yeah.
We have to have faith in the processes. In the meantime, if we find that the processes are broken, we try to fix the processes. And I think that's what this is trying to do.
Yeah, I do think that it is trying to do the right thing, and I do support the bill moving forward. I think for me, what I'm hung up on, and I don't know if there's a solution to this or how it can be solved, is a student transferring and then becoming a repeat offender. So they brought up a couple examples. We're getting our information from Mike.com. Brandon Austin, in 2014, successfully transferred to the University of Oregon after being accused of sexual assault at Providence College. While at Oregon, Austin was among 3 basketball players who were found responsible for gang rape and was removed from campus. So it's stories like that freak me out.
Yeah.
That really give me a sick feeling in my stomach, because it makes me think this is preventable. This stuff is preventable. We can do better, and it begins with, I think, proposing bills like this. But California would only be the 3rd state. We have such a long ways to go. No one really knows how to solve this major problem.
It sounds like similar to different agencies of the government failing to communicate with each other.
Yeah, I know.
The left hand not knowing what the right hand is doing. But this is something where there seem to be consequences you can levy against any given student. And if I'm in charge of the admissions committee, I would not want someone accused of rape, convicted of rape, then to come to my school, much less reward them by letting them represent my school on the athletic field, the basketball court, or the football field.
If you were in admissions, would you want to know if the students whose transcripts you were receiving had at one point in time been accused of sexual assault? Just accused, not proven guilty, not proven innocent. You wouldn't want to know.
I can't. Grace just raped me yesterday. I can go lodge that complaint. Now I've accused you of rape. Look at the Rolling Stone article and the Duke lacrosse kids.
Yeah.
Like, that happened. So, listen, you look at the numbers, way more often than not, it's an accurate assertion, it's an accurate claim. But innocent until proven guilty. You got to wait and see if someone's proven guilty. On the second hour today, we're going to be talking about some guy who was arrested for stalking 4 times, and it turned out that his girlfriend did it. Now, you could say, so in the meantime, you're going to let people who have perpetrated assaults go transfer because they've been accused of but gotten off, or it hasn't gone and completely been adjudicated yet. You're going to let them go off to another school and rape someone. Give me the solution. Give me the solution if what I said isn't the solution. I don't know. I think that just to give another side of it, a flip side of the discussion, what I would want to do if I was working in admissions, I would want to know if there were charges being brought against a student who was applying to my university or applying to transfer. I would want to know, and then I would hope, and hopefully this is rare and where the damage is going down. I'm not sure what the current statistics are, but then I would treat it on a case-by-case basis. But if it were me in admissions, I would want to know. I wouldn't want to be blindsided and then admit a student and then later find out that indeed he was
guilty of sexual assault.
And I've seen cases where someone's been accused multiple times and it's never gone anywhere for whatever reason. But like it keeps happening around that person, and maybe in that situation, it's failed. So maybe the number of accusations, but the thing is, like, when it comes to the death penalty, am I going to kill one innocent person? Let a bunch of guilty people live to prevent killing one innocent person?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess what I can say, sort of to end the discussion, is that where I am encouraged is that we are seeing a third state come forward and say, we need to talk about this. I think that is where we can find encouragement moving forward in 2017, is that more states are saying, hey, this is a problem on college campuses. We need to find a way to deal with it. It's not going to be easy, but let's get to the table. Let me propose this bill. Let's talk about how to make this better.
You know who makes independent media possible? You guys. Because of you, we can actually do this show free of any outside influence. That's what makes us so strong. Become a member today. tytnetwork.com/join. You are the media.